Well, for me, my life is kind of like creative war. I look at it this way: like what I want to do is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to figure out a way, as if my life depended on it, to make a living and to be able to provide for my family and to build opportunities. And I remember many, many years ago, I was my second feature film, and I was at the American film market trying to negotiate a better deal with a distributor that we had signed with. And I remember the distributors saying to us, they did nothing with the movie. The movie wasn't going anywhere. And we said, is there any way we can get the movie back? And the lady said, she goes, you know what? We own this movie for 10 more years. There's really nothing you can do about it. If we want, we'll put it in a cabinet and nobody will ever see it. And I was so angry. And I remember leaving that meeting and I was standing on the patio of the Lowe's Hotel in Santa Monica and I was looking out at the ocean and I said, I've got two things I can do. I can either quit and maybe just kind of do filmmaking as a hobby, or I can learn every single thing I possibly can about how this business works on every aspect, including the legal side. So that way, when I come back, I can continue to do what I'm doing creatively, but then have the superpower of business in that background. And so I dedicated the rest of my life to just learning the process of the business. And what I've discovered is there's so many filmmakers that like to not really pay attention to that part of the industry. So for me, it's about finding that balance between what it is you want to do, but then also understanding how these things move. They say things with legs, create things with legs so they can walk. And I'm always looking at things that will ultimately live far beyond myself. And in order to do that, sometimes you got to think like a business.